Yes, darling. Could you run to the store and grab some Jonathan Blacks? Like that just doesn't have the same ring to it. Hello. So, fun fact. I just recorded a good chunk of my video without my microphone on. And there we are. Here, I'll recreate it for you. So you want to know the tea? The tea about my life. It is bitter. It is green tea. And then I poured it. And then I put some milk in. And then I said we have fig Newtons over here. And I even took a bite. And then I said, I wonder if a man is actually named Fig Newton. And then I said, that would be so odd to name yourself after a cookie, like a conversation at home would be such as, hey babe, yes darling, could you run to the store and grab some Jonathan Blacks? Like that just doesn't have the same ring to it. Mr. Fig Newton really capitalized on the naming market for the cookie world. And then I took a drink of my tea. I set it down and I said, wow, that was absolutely delicious. And then I think that's where we were. So, without further ado, let's get back to it. Oh, and I dunked it. Oh, pinky's up. Sorry. So, the other day, my wife, myself, and my daughter, we were all coming home from a lovely time out. Not like we were in trouble, but a time out exploring. And we come driving into our parking garage, and I see a car coming down the ramp from the complete other side. So I said, I'm going to stop here, which was about 50 feet back from the turn. And come around the corner, this moron comes driving around the corner very fast. Drives completely into my lane. And there's no way that he's not on his phone or doing something where he's not looking at the road. Because this, let's call him a jack. I got cut off by an alarm. Looks like my wife isn't getting up on time today. More tea. So, this moron is in our lane and comes down in at the very last second. He verges off a little bit and smashes into my front driver's side area. I get out of the car and he doesn't really say anything. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, like he didn't really speak English. And so I was like, insurance. And so he kind of got back into his car and he sat down in the driver's seat, not moving, just kind of putting his hands on the wheel. So my first thought is, this idiot is going to drive away because he's not looking for his insurance. He's just sitting there with his hands on the wheel, like kind of looking around. And then I like stand in front of his car. And then finally he starts digging around for his insurance. He gets me his insurance. And then he starts coming back out. And he's like all weird about letting me take a picture of it. So I'm taking pictures of the whole scene and everything. I get pictures of his insurance, everything's okay. And you know, we shook hands like gentlemen. And then we went on our way. So then we get home, we call the insurance. We put in a claim with his insurance because it was was not my fault. And that moron will be paying for the damage that he caused. So then we get everything done. The next day, we go walking around our complex. Just casually walking around. And guess who is out on his balcony because he lives in the same damn place? The idiot. So, we are walking around and he's like, hey, hold on. So he's like coming down to like confront us. And he comes down and he's like, mind you, when we got in the car accident, he could not speak English. And then we get down. And then suddenly he speaks perfect English, telling us, why did you tell the insurance that it was my fault? It was not my fault. It was your fault. It was not my fault. I didn't do anything. And I'm just baffled. I'm like, are you kidding me? And he has the insurance assessor on the phone. And he's like, here, talk to her. Tell her it wasn't my fault. And I get on the phone. And she's like, what is happening? And I'm like, I have no idea. And so I'm like, no, this is not how it's going. So I give him back the phone. And then he's like, why did you tell the insurance that it was my fault? It wasn't my fault. And I'm just like, slow your roll, MF. It was completely your fault. Stupid. And then I have to go quickly here so I don't bore everyone. And then I call the insurance back. Just to clarify what the heck just happened, because that was weird. And she's like, oh, okay, so the claim is actually probably going to be denied on his part as well. So I'm like, excuse me. So I call my insurance so they can start dealing with this. And guess what? We find out that this idiot is no longer insured by his insurance because he lied to them about being a Lyft driver. So he got insurance upon fraudulent basis. And now his insurance won't cover anything because they dropped him. I actually spoke with the assessor again. And she was like, good luck to him for getting insurance based off of this. So now, while our insurance goes after Lyft, we are stuck paying for everything up front for our insurance. And it's just miserable. Everyone's like, this will probably take months to figure out. They're saying that we've been told by multiple people at our insurance that getting hit by a Lyft driver or an Uber driver or ride for a hire driver in this type of situation is like the worst that you could do. Because it will take forever to figure out, especially if they're lying sacks of garbage. So currently our car is in the shop. We have a rental. And that's where we're at. I'll fill you in as time goes on. I don't know what's going to happen. All I know is that somehow stupid man is going to pay for everything. So, until next time, I hope that you enjoyed this little dose of tea. Sorry if it was not hot enough for you. Let me know and I can spice it up a bit. I'll see you next time. Bye, sugar.